Let me take something, it's under the chairman's report. It's kind of new business because it's going to require a motion. But I think it's very, very important. There are names that we have in common, in association, that conjure up different images. And they're not good images. When you hear the phrases like Virginia Tech, Aurora, Colorado, Gabby Gifford, and now Newtown, Connecticut. They all conjure up the same images, the same horrible images that we've watched over and over and over again. And the question that we have to ask ourselves is how many times, over and over again, does negative history have to repeat itself without fail, just over and over again? We as a party have a responsibility. And one of the responsibilities of this party, I believe of mine, of all of us, is to do certain things that transcend elections. And I think to some extent transcend politics. To do that, we have to go through some yeses and nos. And for instance, I think as a party, and this will be a motion at the end of this, I think we have to say yes to closing the gun show loophole and closing it so that those people who didn't in the past have to register and go through screenings have to go through screenings. That needs to become a national law, and we have to say yes to that and make sure Congress does. We also have to say yes to banning, besides assault rifles, which is probably the toughest one of the group to pass, magazine clips of 10 bullets or more. If you're there to protect your home, and certainly the Second Amendment does afford protection to folks, I can't remember the last time that an AK-47, or in this case, a multiple gun bullet clip, was necessary to go hunting rabbits. That is a specific weapon designed to do damage, as is the case with the bullet clips. I think we also have to say yes, which has come into our jargon now, about mental health. We may not be aware of it, but more than 50% of the states in this country gather mental health data, and more than half the states do not transmit that data to a federal database. So that when people are legally registering and going through a screening check for a gun, and more than half the states don't participate in transmitting it to the federal bank, it never comes up. And then people with mental instabilities are able to get guns. I think we have to say yes to also changing that. We also have to say no to specific things. When there were killings in Colorado in the movie theater, one Republican congressman's brilliant answer was, well, great, let's pass a law that allows people to carry guns at the movie theaters. That was a brilliant response. And then when the terrible slaughter, because that's what it was, of children in Connecticut occurred, another Republican genius said, let's arm the teachers. And maybe even the parents. We do have to say no to crazy ideas. Again, we've had too many people in the last few years, adults and children, literally slaughtered. The answer from the NRA is that don't even try to pass this bill. We got the votes. What I would ask the NRA, if they're listening, which they've generally proven they don't, is when do their rights end and when do our rights begin? When does that begin? So I would ask, if I could, for a motion to that effect. Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? So the question has been called. I would ask the question. The question's been called. I have to take it from there since it's been called. I apologize. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by aye. Aye. Those opposed? Let the record reflect that it passed unanimously. And thank you very, very much